Hey class! Alright, today we're going to talk about Introduction to Perimeter. It's not that hard. You might have even learned it last year, I'm not sure. So we're going to dive right on in. Alright, I'm in your math book on page 251, Introduction to Perimeter. The perimeter of a polygon is the distance around the polygon. Perimeter is found by adding the lengths of all the sides. So guess what? All you gotta do is add. There's no multiplying, there's no division, there's no subtraction. You're just adding right now. Go. Isn't that a lot easier? I know some of you probably like adding a lot more than division, especially I know some of you. Alright, so you're just adding up the sides of, so the perimeter, let's say you had a triangle and it's A, B, C. All you're doing is adding up. A plus B plus C equals the perimeter. That's all. You're just adding. So if you look in that box at the top, it's giving you it says perimeter equals length plus width plus width. So you can just add, but you can multiply sometimes. Okay? Unless it's a triangle, then you can only add. Alright, because if you look at the triangle at the top, the perimeter was A plus B plus C. Now if you look at the rectangle, that's where it has length plus width plus width. Since the opposite sides of the rectangle are equal, the perimeter can be found using this formula. So if you have a rectangle, this is the length, that's going to be the length. This is the width, that side's going to be the width. So P, which is perimeter, equals 2 times length plus 2 times the width. That's when you do your parentheses first, then you add. So if we look at that rectangle in your book, it has this side as 4, so that means this side is 4. This side is 3, this side is 3. Because remember, these sides are the same and these sides are the same. They're parallel. We learned that when we were talking about geometry. So the length is 2 times 4. Width is 2 times 3. 2 times 4 is 8. Plus 2 times 3 is 6. So the perimeter is 14, and it was actually meters. Or you could have said 4 plus 4 plus 3 plus 3. 4 plus 4 was 8. 8 plus 3, 11, 12, 13, 14. So you get the same thing, this saves a little time. So, let's look at the word problems on that page first. It says, Mr. Hill plans to put a rectangular fence around his yard. So he wants a rectangle. So we know we have a rectangle. We know that we're going to use the 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. That's the easiest formula you're going to have. Alright, so his yard is 96 yards long and 49 yards wide. How many yards of fencing does he need? So this is 96. That is 96. This is 49. This is 49. So when you would plug it into your equation, you would say 2 times 96, 2 times 49. Okay? So let's do that math. So 96 times 2. Now let's think about it for a minute. Okay? 6 times 2 is 12. 9 times 2 is 18, plus 1 more is 19. Then you have 49 times 2 to do. Think that one through a little bit. Okay, 9 times 2 is 18. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 more is 9. Then you add those two numbers together. I'll give you some time to process what we've been doing. Okay, 8 plus 2 is 10. 9 plus 9 is 18, plus 1 more is 9. So the answer is 290 yards. So perimeter shouldn't be too hard. And that was actually 1A that I just did on page 251. That's why I always tell you the page number I'm on first. Alright, let's look at 1B. Logan's parents built a new swimming pool last August. Ooh, I can't wait to go swimming. The pool is 42 feet long and 27 feet wide. Was the perimeter of the pool? Sounds like another rectangle where we're going to do 2 times length plus 2 times width. So if we do that, we plug in our formula. So 2 times, so the length would be 2 times 42. The width would be 2 times 27. Alright, we're going to work that problem out together. Okay, 42 times 2. Think about it. And you're going to have 27 times 2. So think about those two problems right now. Work them out. Okay, let's do it with me. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 7 is 14. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Now we have to add those two numbers together. Four plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. So it's 138 feet. So, alright, I want everybody to look at page 252. I'm going to review some stuff with you. If you don't understand anything about perimeter, please let me know. I think perimeter is pretty easy, but I want to review some of your fraction stuff real quick. So on page 252, the bottom where it says review, it says number 6, change to a whole or mixed number. I think just by looking at some of your math from this week and last week, some of you I think have kind of forgotten how to do that. So when you're changing, so you want to change to a whole or mixed number. So if you have an improper fraction, this says 32 over 5, and this is 6a. Just kind of review for a moment, a refresher. To change this into a mixed or whole number, you're going to divide. That's all you do. You're going to have to divide to change this into a mixed number or an improper fraction. So when you divide, how many times can 5 go into 32? It's 6. That's 30. Bring down your 2. 2 is your numerator. You're going to keep the 5 as your denominator. And your answer is going to be 6 2/5. Okay? And then we're going to look at number 7. 7a says change to it in proper fraction. Okay? It says 4 2/3. Now to change that into an improper fraction, remember the little circle thing. I said you're going to multiply, then you're going to add. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 2 is 14. You're going to keep the same denominator, and the numerator will be 14 over 3. I think some of you might have forgotten that, so I'm just going to give you a refresher. Alright, so if you have any questions, class, just let me know, and I'll send you another video in math soon. Bye!